And let me bring to the front burner here. If the man wants to cheat, like he really wants to cheat, you can't catch him. For real. And for him to use his wife's phone to send that message, I think there's nothing there. Yes.
Fireworks.
Because the woman that they said caught adultery, was she doing it by herself? She wasn't masturbating. She was caught with another man.
But nobody talks
Why
about
did
the
they
man.
not bring the man?
You are using the word
Love.
for another man's
wife.
wife. When you have your own wife, somebody you were intimate with, who has a child for you, and how do you want your wife
to feel? Can I say something? Even the wife spoke for the man. He said, this is a man that takes good care of her and has been good to her.
Isn't that fishing?
It doesn't mean.
It doesn't mean.
I feel like it doesn't mean. I might still be doing my duties at home, but I still carry girls outside.
It could be that text might not necessarily be for the woman. It could be for the child. We don't know.
No, I'm not waiting. Welcome back. So this one is a very long one actually. It says external relationship ties. I'm going to introduce our guest after I'm done reading this. So it says, Dear Agatha, I'm 28 years old while my husband is 30. I met my husband 8 months ago. From the onset, he told me he had a 2-year-old daughter from a relationship he had earlier who lives with his aunt. He told me his baby mama is presently married to somebody else. I agreed to marry him because of his sincerity and also because it appears the other woman has moved on. We got married 2 months ago and it's been blissful. But something happened this week which brought doubt into our marriage. I stumbled on a text message he sent to someone with my phone, which he unfortunately forgot to delete. The message read, Good morning, how are you? I was just thinking of you. I love you. See you soon. You can imagine how heartbroken I was. I felt hurt that he was declaring love to his baby mama and still seeing her despite the fact that he told me she's married to somebody else. I confronted him and his only defense was that he sent the message to her so that she doesn't feel like he has abandoned them. He swore with the Bible he has no knowledge of her where she lives, presently, and the only thing connecting them is his daughter and her well-being. I find that very hard to believe. Overall, he's a good man. He showers me with lots of love and attention, but the issue is creating doubts on my mind. I'm beginning to wonder if the story surrounding his ex is true, and I'm finding it difficult to trust him. This kind of situation is still early in our marriage, being it's just 8 months. I don't want to start discussing my marital problems with friends and relations at this early stage. That is why I decided to write for your advice. Okay, so today joining us we have, she's an actor. I like to call them actors. Well, actors. She's an actor, she's a writer, she's a poet, she's a voiceover artist, she's a wife, and she's a mother. Please welcome Mrs. Tonia Okojie. Welcome, ma.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ma, you have heard the long story of the 28-year-old lady and the 30-year-old man. Yeah.
So what's your take?
Husband and wife. Well, as Africans, the first thing I would say is and that
is pregnant
and deep. First and foremost, if I heard well, he said they dated for a few months before and the guy had a child.
Yeah.
And then to her, he has moved on. I believe that before she decided for me to continue, in a kind of relationship or life with the man, she should have settled some things in her mind. Number one, I don't know if she thought about it. A child will not come by from the moon. The partner, her current husband, must have had sex with, that brought about the child. So passionately, they are linked.
Yeah.
You understand? She should have that at the back of her mind. Then two, if he said he sent a text message to her and he does not even have any address or forwarding address, does not know where she lives or whatever, that is totally...
He even sends the message with her phone.
That's what I'm saying. That's totally a lie. One thing is, a lot of times when they try to make you look like a fool, don't fool yourself. Like when I was getting married, there were some things I was made to understand, and it has helped me a lot because it's like when you say you know this and you know peace.
Yeah.
Understand? The fact that the man had a child, you should expect anything, because even if the man decides not to, the woman can decide that I want to give that woman in the house hell, and you weaponize the baby.
Child.
We see that a lot
Yeah,
of
use the
times.
child as an instrument.
Weaponize the baby and use the child to get to the man. Like, I did not come. It's the father of my child. Then the text message that was sent using her phone.
That's what I'm concerned.
the thing is,
why is it her phone?
Let her finish. Let her finish.
The text message that was sent with her phone to the man. I don't know what the man was trying to.
No, to the woman. The man used...
That's what I'm saying. The man used his wife's phone.
Yeah.
To send a message
to his
To
ex.
his
baby
baby mama.
To his baby mama. For me, I believe that if the man really, really, really had, like
an
I said,
ulterior motive.
an ulterior motive, he wouldn't do that. Probably he didn't have network. He decided to do that, and he did not forget to clean up. And he has come to say, oh, he did not want the woman to feel bad. But then at the end of the day, the woman has already moved on as well, right? The woman is already married to somebody else.
According to him.
According to him, that's what I'm saying. Everything is according to him.
His
So we've
word
not
now.
had the other woman's side of the
Yeah.
story. Because so many times we find out that people will just paint some picture.
Because they know that that's what you want to hear, actually.
You make, exactly what you want to hear. For me, as an advice to this lady, you are still too young in marriage. Blank everybody out. Because if you did not see the text message, you
will
still
not
be
be
living your
living
life
your life.
of bliss.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I would always tell people it is not easy. But blank everybody out. Focus on your husband. Because at times, some of these things, your imagination can go wild. And you begin to think of what is not. I remember when we just got married, I'll just give a little example of what happened to me. Then, during the time of Starcoms, when there was no GSM, my husband was the office line. So you go to one pay phone, then you have PCHNL.
Yeah.
One, you go and call, and then. So I called. He's an advertiser. I was supposed to. They have a brief, and when they have a brief like that, they work overnight. So I was supposed to work overnight. For one reason or the other, I called. I could not get through. He didn't come home that night. The next morning, I was worried. There was no phone. I went to his office at Anthony. When I got there, I didn't see him. The malam said that they did not sleep in the office. I said, okay, no problem. I went back home. He was still not at home. And at that point, I started getting worried. So what happened? They were supposed to sleep in the office. There was an outage. There was no light. So their director said, okay, everybody, come to my house.
Okay.
And where
And
there
do
is
the
Jen,
work, yeah.
you can put Jen. I think probably, and we'll work overnight till there. So of course, he didn't sleep
In
the
the
office.
office.
They all worked. In fact, by the time they came back, he came back with all the colleagues to my house. So I was not like, said, so if I had started painting, hey,
Maybe he has gone to
he's
another
lied to
Another
me.
woman.
Yes.
So there are times that some things does not seem like they are. So we just have to. So my own is, if you trust your husband, if the few times that you've gotten married, you've not seen anything to burst your bubble of trust, please continue to trust the man. If he told you this, accept. And another thing we do is we now start looking for proof. We now start looking for, let me see let me test him. No. just let things be, because the truth of the matter is, whatever is hidden will always come to light. Like Yorubas, they have a proverb, meaning that what we say the father should not hear is the father that will come and settle. It's on the father's table that they will settle everything. So for me, I would advise that lady, you're still too young. Focus. Like, I'm not saying these things are easy, because it has to do with the heart. You understand? She might be living in a bubble, and that bubble got busted because of what he saw. And you know, at times, men too, they get carried away. So men are moved by, what they see. And this is as a result of their reproductive organs being outside. They are easily... yes. The woman's organs are inside. So before a woman, before you can move a woman,
you have to walk.
If I just before you know it, the thing will be working without the man's brain. The man will be like, can you imagine? I've seen my colleagues that are like, you understand? So it happens. So for me, I feel he might be feeling sad for her. I say, okay, I love you. Maybe the woman is probably trying to weaponize. Let me just let this woman have peace. I love you is I love you. Does not mean, after all, these days we say a lot of
what if the woman now uses that I love you against this thing, like the text message that she has sent?
For me, right?
What if the woman is at peace, she's moved on? Yes, the child is the only connecting dots between them. Now, this married 8 months at peace and everything. But that message that he sends, what if, I'm just saying, I don't know, that might be 50-50. What if that message that he now sends to her with her number, the woman now decides to use it, like to use it as turn it to a big case and say, Shabi is your husband and told me that he loves me. I was on my own, in my own marriage, JJ and whatnot. And then it becomes a problem.
I will say something.
Before you answer that question, let's go on a short break.
Okay.
Welcome back from that short break. Motunde, you were asking a question.
So I'm just trying to flip as usual. Okay. What if in this situation now, I mean, just like we said off camera, she's not said that that's the situation, but let's just paint a scenario where, and the reason I'm asking this is because you said they're still early in the marriage and whatnot. So my husband sends a message to another woman that has his child, his first child, and forgets to delete it. So what if she has peace? This other woman has peace, like they've moved on. She has moved on according to what he said. But the fact that I was on my own, JJ, the only connecting us between us is the child. You know where to pay the school fees to. I want to believe and everything. We have a way of communicating. But you now went as far as, I feel like no matter what, you are not supposed to use your wife's number to send a message to your baby mama. Not to now talk of forgetting to delete that message. So you went as low as sending a message, no matter if there's no network. So it's her phone. So you went as far as using her phone to send a message, forgetting to delete it. Okay, forgetting to delete it. If that other woman now decides to use that as a, okay, I was on my own, JJ, you're not like him, I said that you love me. We shall have a way that we communicate before. You now use that, you're now telling me you love me. What if that woman now decides to use that against the man and it causes problem for their new marriage? Don't you think that that's going to break? Like, that's already opening the door for the devil to enter.
Wait, I think is it right? The question is it even right for him
to use her phone?
So, not even the phone, wife's phone, to send such a message to another man's wife.
Can I say something here? We have to, like I always say, we have to be like as practical, as logical, and leave sentiments out of it. If I send you a message, I love you.
We are females.
God bless you. If I send I love you message to my sister or to my brother,
that's your brother.
Thank you very much. But I'm sending a message to my
ex-baby mama
now, and I'm saying I love her. It's a problem.
Yes.
Why?
Big problem.
Because I could actually love her without loving her.
You say
I don't understand.
Did you get that?
Okay,
I can love her.
You
can love her.
I can actually love her as
Without
a man,
having to tell
without
her that,
loving her. I
That
can
is just
love her
flimsy love.
like,
without
okay, I can actually
going
love you.
all the
The
9
way-
yards to,
Mhm.
you know, love. When you say you loving, you know, having
I can
private
love
an
you without having
time.
to say it to your
No,
face
you
that I love
see,
you,
you
but
are
I'm showing
married.
you that I
He's
love you.
married.
Do you
She's
understand?
married.
I think
Let's-
Collins
wait.
should come here. I want to hear his
Yes.
perception.
He's married.
Yes.
Yeah, Collins. Oh,
She's
okay.
married.
Yes.
And you are using the word
Love.
love.
For another man's
That's
wife.
When you have your own wife, somebody you were intimate with, who has a child for you, and how do you want your wife
to feel? Can I say something? Even the wife spoke for the man. He said, this is a man that takes good care of her and has been good to her.
Isn't that fishing
It
in
doesn't
trouble
mean-
water? It doesn't mean.
I feel like it doesn't mean I might still be doing my duties at home, but I still carry girls outside.
Yes,
Because
like a good man and a bad husband, right? A good
Yes,
father, a bad
a
husband.
bad
Please,
husband.
may I come in here?
Okay, please.
I would like to say this. You know, at times, men say or even do certain things in their marriage
Without
or in their
thinking.
relationship without thinking.
Correct.
A lot of times, you know, we are the ones that will not say, see what you have done. I think the woman should have called him, you know, discuss with him and tell that this thing that you said, this message that you sent to your ex, your ex
and
or
your baby mama.
that this is what it actually connotes, because there have been instances that a man will tell, how many times a man will tell a person, I love you, and actually he just throw
A
you
random
words.
talk
It
to
is
him.
not as if he really means it. So many times, you know, even in some action, you know, as we see a man, you will see a lady, hug and peck, and the wife will feel like, what is the relationship?
But
sorry,
certain things they
Can
don't
I say
really
the
something?
mean.
other woman.
Can I say something?
Now,
At
sorry.
times, my elder brother will say this. The wife will come and complain to me that when I talk to my daughter, he will tell me, "Oh, those are sweet nothings."
Sweet
I'm
nothings
I'm
that
not
means so
saying
much
it.
to the woman he's
what we
saying
are
it to.
saying.
Yes,
Yeah.
because these people have there's a
So that
relation,
it
there's a
actually means-
connection.
Sorry, please let me
There's
just
an
let me
history.
Can
let
I
me
come
land
in
with what
here?
I'm saying.
Okay,
Let me land,
as
please.
a man,
Okay.
does she want to throw away her marriage?
Nothing that actually means
No, it's not. She
nothing
can't throw her marriage.
to him, but to the woman it actually means. So I think the onus is on the woman, the wife now, to point it out, because I'll really be very factual with you. Many men do these things. They make this, and when it's like you now start to correct, because they say, what did I do?
I
But I still feel like the man had
On
his
the other
intention.
flip side,
Talk to him.
if a woman sends that text message,
Of
Yes,
course,
marriage is over.
that it is a man's
so
world.
it's
you now
not
say
a man's
it's right.
world.
It's
Okay.
No. We are being factual here. Marriage is sacred.
Can I say something, please? Marriage is sacred, but we're in Africa. That's why I said the first time that let's not put sentiments. It's just so unfortunate. It's so unfair and unfortunate that we women find ourselves at this end of the barrel. But in Africa, it is now that, as I was discussing with some people off camera, Gen Zs now will not take nonsense.
Nonsense. Yeah,
Even
As
their
it should
guys
be.
too, they already know. They don't take that these people are not going to accept.
Know your
So they
worth.
don't even dish it, because they know that these Gen Z people will not accept it. But then in those, we're living in a pattern. It's like a coconut and egg. If coconut falls on the egg will break. If the egg decides to fall on coconut, egg will break. That's how women.
What if it's boiled egg?
You might break,
just crack.
It will still scatter. Now the thing is this: if a man in those days, if a man is caught philandering,
It is normal.
they will say, "Oh, sorry." They will beg the wife. The wife will accept the man. If the woman is caught, it even happened in the Bible. The woman that they said caught adultery, was she doing it by herself? She wasn't masturbating. She was caught with another man.
But nobody talks
Why
about
did they
the man.
not bring the man? Because it's a patriarchal society where the man can marry as many wives as they like, but the woman must only stay with one man.
So
I still feel like
Let's call him coming because
that's the way I see it.
So I feel like this topic is actually, of interest to the women. So,
I bet
not about me, right? Not about what the question I wanted to ask, when I wanted to speak. What would make the man
Mm-hmm.
use the wife's phone to text
Thank you.
the
X.
ex? Listen now. Before you start
Sorry.
thanking me,
It's not easy.
it could be that this
That's a
man
warning sign.
is innocent, or maybe there's really nothing
Okay, his
going
name
on.
is Innocent.
No. This is what I want to say. Now, just
I
listen. When the guest speaker was speaking, she said, of course, from the story, we know that there is a connection between these
There's a
people.
history.
Yeah. It could be that text might not necessarily be for the woman. It could be for the child. We don't know.
No,
Wait,
I'm not waiting.
Let's go on a
No,
short
wait,
break.
wait.
If it was for the child,
Let's go on a short break.
Wait.
Let's go on a short break. It's getting very hot.
Yes, between Mo Collins 2025.
5. Welcome back from that break. Collins, you were saying.
Yes, like I was saying before we went on that very short break, I said, what if that message is not necessarily meant for the baby mama, so to say? Because from the story we heard, we don't know the conversation that ensued before that particular message. And let me bring to the front burner here. The man wants to cheat. Like he really wants to cheat. Can't catch him. For real. And for him to use his wife's phone to send that message, I think there's nothing there. Yes.
Fireworks.
Because I would like to say this. Why would you as a man
Hey, Mo Collins 2025.
want to spoil the trust
Yes.
that you have with your wife
Why?
by using her phone? It's like you are.
And
Why would you want to bring
he wouldn't
fire
even
into your home?
forget to delete that message.
Why would you want to bring fire into your home?
Why?
Okay, so now
No, you are asking why.
Probably the man has thought that, okay, my wife is understanding enough, knows my history, knows my background, knows my
Isn't that
past.
taking her for
I
granted?
think-
Oh,
that
wait.
could
So
be
is he
an
trying to form
angle.
transparency that, okay, so
Is
she
it-
can see that there is nothing between
Now
myself and
there's
the
a
woman?
clause there. Now, what should have obtained was probably, my darling, I'd like to send this, because now there's another person involved. She has to always be involved in whatever they
Yeah,
are
and
doing.
this is the advice for the man.
The advice for the man, he could have said, oh, my darling, I want to send so and so some message. It can even be funny and say, can you help me phrase the words?
But he has been doing it before she came in. He has been doing it even before that day.
That's
that
what
day
I'm
it
saying.
now happened.
Now, how did the woman know it's exactly the baby mama's? Because the mention of baby was not there. So the woman must have
I
done.
love you.
Probably the woman must have done FBI.
Yes, now.
And knows the number.
Took the number.
My own is
Took the number. Took it to Truecaller.
I even
Truecaller
typed it on his phone.
or
If
or
you
went
type
to
it on his
Facebook.
phone, it will just come out now.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
it's
by
not
the time
that
Truecaller's
easy.
name come out, the name comes out on
Abi,
Truecaller.
oh.
He will now go to Facebook or Instagram.
Even if
To
so,
look-
you are going for through this thing.
You
Just type
understand?
the,
So how
use
did-
your husband's phone.
That's how she must have found out that that's her number in the first place.
So-
But I'm still on the fact that I do not want to believe that they have moved on. I'm going to be very
It's
honest.
possible.
I don't want to believe that they have moved on, because
possible
if
that-
they have moved on,
Okay.
like you said, the message is for the baby. He would have specified it. Please share my love to the kid. Please share my love to her, whatever. Not I love you. If you send I love you, how will I know that it is for my child? Or
I
if
just
it's for
said
the
it.
child,
I
it
just
could
made a
have been
statement.
that I love you
My
guys,
sweetheart.
or I love you
But
too,
today,
or something.
I just said something. I said you can love someone without loving them.
I think
that I love you is my problem.
The man,
I can love you without loving you.
the man has heard. Because if it were the other way round, we won't be here discussing this issue.
The
as
marriage
calmly.
is going to be over
You
already.
understand? He has
Nah,
breached.
Yes,
In
in
some
fact, that
cases-
she
In
sends
some
some,
cases-
in some cases.
No, I know
marriage
of a
is
relationship
This
where
is a relationship he has breached.
I know-
Trust.
Okay.
Yes.
Trust is very fundamental.
But can I say something? It's in his past. Why
No,
is
he's-
she? allowing the past to haunt her.
Why is he?
What if it is-
why is he visiting the past?
Why didn't he stick to how they were communicating
Before. Let us.
Now, she didn't even specify how they were communicating before.
He would have
doesn't
been
mind-
through his phone now.
Listen,
How else?
Hey, this man
Collins.
to me. Okay.
Warning
Before
signal.
I will go to
Do you
conclusion.
know another scenario that I can think happen? That's worst case scenario. I feel probably it might not even be the man that sent the message.
Who sent the message?
It might be maybe the, probably for one reason or the other.
A third party.
Using the wife's phone.
Yes.
What
To
purpose?
create some
Problem.
kind of problem.
Who?
What if somebody was living with
Who?
them? We don't know. We're just
In
assuming
this
here.
case,
Because
she
she
said
has
that
not.
it is
She has
the
not.
husband.
She has not. That's what it's. Of course, if I
But
have,
that's what I've been
if I have a relative that's jealous of me,
It's very
can
possible.
set me
Of
up.
course.
That is
It's very possible.
It's possible
But
that this
in
might be
this
like
case,
some kind
The
of
husband
sex.
admitted that it was because probably the husband admitted, according to her, the husband admitted
And he forgot
to
to send.
sending the message. The message.
So we know it is the husband that
Husband
sends
that
the
sends
message.
the
You know,
message.
but
Okay.
I
Wait, let's go as usual. Your last take on this.
Hey, beautiful lady, if you are looking at me, my advice to you is stick to your marriage. Don't allow whatever that, because so many times things are not as they seem they are. Please, as much as possible, if you want to find closure, stick to your man. Ask your man all the questions you want to ask him. As much as possible, by the time you begin to ask, he'll begin to give you little pockets, and probably the trust you used to have will come back. And don't be too fussy, so that you don't get to hear what you want to hear, and you will not hear the truth. So basically, for me, I'll say, just enjoy your life. Your man loves you, and he chose you. Even though he had somebody before, he chose you. So stick to that, and I wish you all the best in your young marriage. I hope you celebrate 10, 20, 50 years.
I have to reach my year first.
Okay, like I want to say this to the man and to young men, young married men out there. A lot of times I've seen this, play out over and over again. People
Yes.
come around and they come and say, see what he did, and the guy will say, what did I do? Nakini Moshe. You send out signals at times that can jeopardize your marriage, your home.
You give
so
green
please,
lights.
You don't understand. So please try as much as
And
possible.
you
If that
lead people
marriage is important to you, if you really value that marriage, you are women are very emotional, and they are very, very what they call it now, protective over their man, their territory. So when you do such things, you are actually telling them that you are threatening their territory. So please, if you value your home, your marriage, whatever it takes,
Sorry,
try
ma.
as much
Sorry,
as
ma.
possible.
Wait,
Take
you
it
have
again.
your
No.
time.
Yeah, let
I
me-
just
let
want her
me-
to repeat. What
Yes.
was it you said? I'm trying to register.
That
If you, yeah, I'm listening.
that when you do such things, you are telling your wife that
Okay,
you are
okay, I
That
threatening.
our territory is under threat.
Yes, that
Yeah,
is
I
what
just
you're
wanted
trying
to
to
tell
her. And she
say.
will react.
And like a warrior, a wounded lioness, she will rise up
Yeah,
and want to fight for her territory. So all that she's just trying to do is just to show you if there's some other women, if the woman is still really not into you, you do all manner of rubbish, and she just look the other way and say, well, So please, I'm just sending this out to, because we're supposed to learn here, and we're supposed to create awareness. Men, please try as much as possible not to do those things that will set fire into your home. And my lady, please, sorry, to treat blood pressure, it is not an easy thing. If you know the amount of money people pay you, so don't give yourself headache over unnecessary things. There are certain things, Yoruba, that they say you look the other way. Just look the other way. The guy says he lost you. You say he lost you. The whole relationship has been blissful. I beg, look the other way, please. So that's just my take. Shikena.
Well, Martin is looking at me.
More Collins 2025.
Okay, so like she said,
You agree with me for the first
we
time.
ought to learn from this. Men are very careless with the way they behave.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
man,
wouldn't say
could be
careless.
very-
I would say maybe carefree.
Yeah, carefree. Men are carefree.
They don't.
we take most things that matter with a pinch of a salt. So I think we should learn, try to be more careful, you know. But then to the lady, I would say that the man gives you a lot of love. That message might not necessarily be for the wife. What if, it's just an assumption. The text message was meant for the kids. But then I think men should understand that women are sensitive because men could be very carefree. I just want to put that out there. Why did he ease like that?
Another thing is this. For me, I feel the woman still trusts the man. Because if not, she won't say, oh, I'm trying to get an advice because I don't want to spoil my marriage.
Yes.
Probably to a large extent.
I want to carry a chef.
I think men are carefree. Men should understand that women are highly sensitive.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think there was anything to that text because the man used the wife's phone to send the message.
Okay. So I'm going to say two things. One, both of them strongly believe the man had intentions. He had whatever he had in mind. Now, this is my opinion. I feel like he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing for sending that message, sending those particular words to his ex and baby mama through her phone. Because before now, they didn't have each other's numbers. Whatever it is that just, to me, feels like they have not, he and the woman have not moved on. The only connecting dot is not just the child. Because if it is the child, I'll simply say, oh, my love to you guys, or tell my daughter or tell my son, whatever, I love you, or whatever. Or scrap that I love you. That I love you is the problem, because if you did not put the I love you, she's not going to bring up. It's not, I don't think she has any issue. It could just be, and then I think there was I miss you part or whatever. But that I love you is a major problem, because if we flip the table, I'm using my husband's phone to send to my baby daddy that I love you. Let's think about it. It's a big problem. And then I said I was going to say two things. So on the other hand, it could also be that he's trying to be transparent, like she said. Before, I'm not going to lie, I'm not on the man's side. I feel like he has not moved on. But also, let me just be nice. I feel like perhaps he has not moved. He's trying to be transparent. He purposely, just like I said, he has an intention. He purposely sends the message via her phone so that she can come and question him, because let's think about it. A cheating man. I'll use my wife's phone.
How do we help the wife? Because she's asking for help. So for me, I just tell her that the man gives a lot of love. She should give herself.
And that's what I'm coming down to. So is you use the phone to send a message, whatever. He has an intention. He wants to perhaps carry along, or maybe something else that has come up or whatever. So he's trying to tell her something. That's what I feel. So have that conversation. I mean, it hasn't gone far.
Yes.
The marriage has not gone far. Let's be real. Forget what other people are going to say. This is your own happiness. This is your marriage. Oh, thank God the thing came out now. It's not at the time where it cannot be controlled. That's what I think.
I'd like to clear this. Fine. The man has done that. One thing I want everybody to understand is, for the lady, your husband will not intentionally bring fire into his home.
What if you just carelessly allowed the devil to come in?
Well, you've heard, and I'm going to beg you, the lady, please forgive him. Yes. It is your happiness. Do not allow another woman destroy your home. Whatever his intentions were, protect your home. Your husband was wrong, no doubt, but please protect your home. We have
forgive him.
Protect her home.
Forgive him with reasons. They must have a conversation that
in
will
any way
probably
that she has
give
to
her
protect
closure.
her home. Let her protect her home.
Do yourself good.
Protect her
she
home.
should talk to the man and
whatever means he's going to
herself.
use, let her protect her home. She should not give another woman
her home.
Home.
Protect her home if it's what's protecting.
It's what protecting.
Well, if it's not, she won't come out to ask for advice. She'll have thrown it.
Of course, the man gives her a lot of love.
And many.
Well, we have come to the end of another exciting edition of Insights with Agatha. Please like, share, subscribe, forward,
Follow.
Comment. Very
Appreciate
important.
us
We are
now.
begging, no.
We
This one is that. See, me, I want to beg. If you want to news, please subscribe. We are
Subscribe.
begging.
We are
Subscribe,
like,
oh.
share, I beg.
Like,
Oh, see that bell.
Please, so
Make sure you
hey,
hit it.
Joe, help
Please.
this ministry, oh.
Help
Let
the
this
ministry.
I beg, we
Yes.
beg,
We
oh.
want to move to the permanent site.
Yes,
Mhm.
so
So please,
remember, a problem shared.
it's a problem solved.
Thank you for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to share in your space.
Thank you, Mrs. Tonia.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you
In
so
middle of
much.
like minds, and I really had fun.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
And
much.
I love you all, because I think that's the word that's causing. I love you all.
Yes.
We love you
Please,
too.
next
we love you
time
too.
when we call,
Yes.
please
And I
answer
think I
us.
learned something.
Yeah,
Sweet
love makes the
nothing.
world go round.
Sweet
anyway.
nothings, right?
Yeah.
Sweet nothings. It's sweet nothings.
Well, thank you for allowing us in your space. Until next week, it is bye-bye from us here.
Bye.
Bye.